What happens when one of South Africa's most respected leaders decides to call out her own party? Recently, Naledi Pandor slammed the ANC and President Ramaphosa for the country's lack of service delivery. And let me tell you, she didn't hold back. She said something that really shook the room. Who do you expect to make it function, comrade? You are the ANC. You live here. You are the leadership. That's right, no sugarcoating. If there's an ANC branch in an area, she argued, there should not be a broken clinic, or a school without stationery, or communities running out of water while crooks drive around selling water in trucks. If there's a branch, there should not be criminals stealing electricity cables, because as branch leaders and members, you know who the Tsotsis are. Now let's pause here. What Pandor was really saying is that the ANC cannot keep pointing fingers at others when things fall apart. If you're in charge, the responsibility is yours. And honestly, she's right. How can a party in power act surprised when the problems pile up? But she didn't stop there. She reminded everyone that South Africa is facing serious problems: gang violence, crime, collapsing infrastructure. She even mentioned how, in just 1 week, 4 children in Cape Town were killed in gang crossfire. Children, not gang members. Innocent lives lost. And her message was clear: we cannot sit back. We need to learn from other countries that have faced these same challenges and actually implement solutions. Here's the kicker. Pandor quoted Jesse Duarte, saying there's nothing worse than a leader with no solution. Think about that. People don't want leaders who only point out the problems. They want leaders who roll up their sleeves and fix them. And this is where she hit the ANC where it hurts. We have lost our glory. She said it plainly. The people now look at the ANC with disdain, with horror, with shame. That's not me saying it. That's Naledi Pandor herself. She used a funny but powerful metaphor. She compared the ANC to a burnt pot of cabbage. If you try to clean it with a soft sponge, forget it. You need the hard copper scrubber to scrape that blackness off. Translation: renewal cannot just be talk. It has to be tough, practical, and real. She insisted that the ANC must go back to the basics: strong branches, active members, and leaders who put service to the people first, not service to themselves, not service to their own pockets, service to the people. Because without that, the ANC cannot renew itself, cannot rebuild trust, and cannot survive. Let's be real. Pandor's words cut deep because they're true. Communities know when water isn't running. They know when schools don't have stationery. They know when clinics don't function. They don't need speeches. They need delivery. And if the ANC wants to win back the people, it can't be business as usual. So here's the big question. Will the ANC listen? Will they take Pandor's tough love and actually change? Or will her words just become another clip floating around social media? What do you think? Is the ANC capable of renewing itself? Or is it too late to scrape off that burnt cabbage at the bottom of the pot? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Because if there's one thing Pandor made clear, it's this. South Africa doesn't need excuses. It needs solutions.
And she'd say, who do you expect to make it function, comrade? You are ANC, you live here. You are the leadership. There should not be a functioning clinic if there is an ANC branch. There should not be a non-functioning clinic if there's an ANC branch. There should not be a school without stationery if there's an ANC branch. There should not be an area which runs out of water and has crooks delivering water in trucks if there's an active ANC branch. There should not be criminals who steal electricity wiring if we have an ANC branch. If we know our communities as branch leaders and branch members, we know who the Tsotsis are and we will call them out. It is the only way we can defeat them. Comrades, we're confronting very serious problems. All of them require a strong African National Congress. I just flew back from Cape Town today. In this week, we've had 4 gang-related murders, just this week, of children who are not members of gangs, but who got caught up in the line of fire. We have to do something about these criminals. We've got to learn from other countries on how the scourge was fought. All the problems we confront are not problems that have not occurred in other societies. We need to learn from other societies on how we deal with these difficult problems and ensure that we address them. Mashope would say, there is nothing worse in an organization or in a country than a leader who has no solution. We can't be asking someone else, how do we solve this? The people are looking to us to resolve it. So in final terms, what would Mashope say? I believe, comrades, that her legacy to us would simply be a luta continua. And working together, we would be a strong force. Seventh, Mashope would stress that to achieve these objectives, the African National Congress and its Women League and Youth League require selfless, committed leaders and members who place service to the people above all else. Comrades, this area is our biggest fault line. We have forgotten that we exist to serve the people, that we exist for the people. We need to bring that back by scrutinizing very carefully the leaders that we affirm, and by ensuring that if our leaders fail at their duty, whatever position they occupy, we will hold them to account. Eighth, Mashope would surely stress that revolutionary morality and genuine renewal will secure victory for our leadership. We shouldn't be talking about renewal in conceptual terms. We must talk about it in practical terms. We must have branches that respect members, branches that meet regularly, branches that have political discussion, branches that allow everyone to become a member of the ANC. I believe she would say, it is possible, comrades, to arrest the slide. It is possible, comrades, to restore our lost glory. And we have lost our glory. Let's not pretend about it. We have lost it. The people are looking at us with disdain. The people are looking at us with horror and shame. So we have work to do to restore the glory. It's like, you know, that pot at home when you burnt the cabbage. If you use the sponge scourer, that cabbage blackness won't go away. But if you use the hard one, the copper wire, you'll get rid of it. We need that renewal. And 10th, surely, 9th, surely, she would urge, go back to the branch. Masithi amandla asebasebeni. It's not rhetoric. It's not iculo elimnandi. It is a reality. When you have strong branches, you have a strong ANC. And she would say, alongside those strong branches, let us have active members in service to the communities in which we organize. People would ask Comrade Jesse Duarte a question in regional meetings. Our clinic is not functioning. And she'd say, who do you expect to make it function, comrade?